Hi guys, back again for another pick a card. I'm feeling energized today. I'm feeling like Spirit really wants to communicate some things through me because, like I said before in my last videos, I've been purging, I've been getting downloads, I've been upgrading, I've been healing, and so Spirit does this so intensely when he really wants me to come and resonate with you guys on whatever level he or she, Mother, Father, God wants me to connect with, source, whatever. It doesn't really have a sex, you know how that is. So this pick a card is going to be related to love, 5D versus 3D. So I'm using the Osho Zen Tarot for the 5D energy because, as above, so below. And sometimes we don't really understand what's going on here because it has some higher meaning. And for those of us who are on the spiritual journey and those of us following my channel, we know the difference. 5D is what's happening in the higher and how it's manifesting in the 3D, right? And so I'm just gonna get one more card from the Osho Zen. Oh, you know what, maybe I'm getting that. No, 2 is enough. So for the 3D energy, I'm going to pick the Psychic Tarot of the Heart. This is not of the heart, this is just a Psychic Tarot. So there's one. So it's going to be in relation to the heart, in relation to love. A lot of us have been purging and doing some heart healing, and that's because cosmically we've been receiving downloads, we've been having heart activations. If you follow any number of readers or ascension, whether you're a starseed, twin flame, divine love, soulmate, new archetype, soul flame, whatever you want to, whatever you resonate at, they're all talking about heart activations. And when we get heart activations, we purge and we heal, right? So on the bottom of the deck, as part of the theme, we got the Temperance card, which is patience. And I'm going to look at the bottom of the deck for how appropriate this is a love reading for the Osho Zen. So in the 5D, we got harmony, 10 of cups, right? So in order to bring down, look at the 2 dolphins, right? For some, that is a soul flame, twin flame indicator, soulmate indicator. They're also, what's that word that the dolphins, I forget, my son knows the word, I wish I'd call him down here right now, but dolphins don't go by physical sight, they go by their audio. So, if you're clairaudience, this may be a sign to you. You might be getting, you might be hearing things, obviously from your own voice. That's how I hear them. You might be getting random thoughts in your head or hearing certain words, listen to them as it relates to your conquest to love or you're reaching unconditional love within, right? This is the 10 of cups. So in the 5D, the theme is the 10 of cups. So yeah, this is what we all want, right? In love, we want satisfaction, we want understanding, we want that happy family, happy home, And so in the 5D, this is just confirmation from Spirit that he understands what we want. Those of us looking at this pick a card and who follow my channel, he understands the work that we're doing, or he or she, Source understands the work that we're doing, and what the goal is, and he's going to explain to us here how we're aligning to that, right, depending on which pile you pick, right, and that it is already attainable in the 5D, and it's just coming down, right, and we're just purging things emotionally in order to reach that 10 of cups, right. And then in the 3D, it's telling us to have patience. What we love to hear, temperance, temper your emotions. Don't be too excessive if you're in your low energies with drinking or any kind of addiction or anything like that. Try to, be patient. Understand that things take time. Your 10 of cups takes time to manifest, right? It's not some quick thing. It's full satisfaction takes time, Reaching unconditional love and embodying unconditional love takes time, and this is divinely orchestrated. You are here on my channel here today, Lightwork 2332, because the purpose of it is to embody unconditional love, and I'm here to give you the tools to reach that, while I am also learning from you all. So, just have patience. I know we hate that word, but you have to detach from the 3D, in order to receive what's coming for you, right? What we've intended, what Spirit wants for us. So let me continue to pick some cards. And sorry, I went off a little bit there. but you know, it's necessary. I'm going to use some surrender cards because I'm in love with these cards. They're so beautiful, right? And because, you know, surrender is needed every single time we set intentions. Every single time we want something in this life, there is something that we need. Once we intend, we need to surrender, and we don't always have an easy time with that, but you know, it is what it is. Yeah, so in reference to love, on the bottom of the deck, we got surrender, defensiveness. Defensiveness is a sign of weakness. To communicate in a more empowered way, stay centered and hear someone out, then offer clear, non-defensive result, right? Yeah, come from a place of unconditional love, right? And that's a non-judgmental place. That is a place of love, looking at everyone through the eyes of love. You know, this is a love reading, so we're gonna stay within the parameters of love here, because that is the theme. Because a lot of us are going through, like I said, this emotional purging. On the bottom of the deck, for the journey of love cards, we got number 12, which is 3. As you know, this is a 333 day today. All those butterflies might be a sign to you. And it says, have faith. Trust your faith in the situation. Yes. So trust your faith in the situation. This is the journey of the soul. This is the journey of love. If you are on this pick a card, it's because you need to have faith, okay? You need to have faith on this journey. And let's pull some sacred traveler cards. And then we're going to choose the picker. Or you know what? Let's do some Mystic Moon Oracle. Sometimes the messages in here are a little strong, but you know, sometimes we need it. Wow, 2 just popped up on number 1, so that's definitely for there. 2. And we're gonna end with these cards. If I feel I need to clarify, I will. You know, we don't have an angel card. I'll pick an angel card. No. So bottom of the deck, divine timing. Holy shit, guys. I'm sorry if my swearing offends you, but I only say that when I'm really taken. We got the 10 of Cups in the bottom of the Osho Zen. We got the Patience in the bottom of the Psychic Tarot. And we got divine timing. So in reference to love, divine timing, guys. You know, all those words we love to hear. Patience, divine timing, 10 of Cups, right? It takes time, right? The divine has a plan. Sometimes things need to work out. We need to go through cycles. Our lover needs to go through cycles to reach the vibration that they need to reach to get to us. And so just understand that what we're going through right now is according to divine timing. And plus, if you're purging, I mean, you know, divine timing is essential. So I don't know if I want to do the angel oracle or let's just do the archangel. Bottom of the deck here, overcoming and difficulties. The worst is now behind you and you are surmounting any previous challenges. Yay! That's great. That's so awesome. Yes, and look at that winged bird. The divine is helping us overcome difficulties in relation to love, because that is what this reading is about. And then I wanted to do the after tarot, but I'm not sure. You know what? Let's just do it. This will be a long one, guys, but it is what it is. Let's just do one for each, you know, future energies. And bottom of this deck, High Priestess, right? So connect to your intuition. If you're a masculine watching this, connect to your intuition. Let's balance those feminine energies. If you're a female or you embody the female energies, it's telling you to go within. It's telling you to rely on your intuition. It's reminding you that I'm looking at these keys here. These moon energies are helping you purge when it comes to love. The duality, helping you to incorporate and embody oneness. And she's holding the scrolls there with a key. You know, there is some past life, some higher wisdom here to be learned, right? And then I believe we're done here. So if you want to pick pile number 1, I'm going to choose rose quartz. It's rose quartz heart. Pile number 1. Pile number 2, I am going to choose this fertility stone. new beginnings. It's called the fairy stone, the goddess stone. And if you chose group number 3, I am going to choose citrine, so the manifesting stone. All right, so let's get started here. This might be a little long, like my last pick a card, but I want to be thorough. Like I said, Spirit has some messages that he wants to bring forth. So group number 1, rose quartz, we're starting at 10:20. Rose quartz. All right, so let's get started here. 5D energy. Ooh, yes, I can see that. 3D energy. I only got one psychic tarot card. The after tarot. All right, so we're going to start with the tarot cards, and then we are going to continue on through here. So for the Mystic Moon Oracle, we got the separation card and the spring. So you may be, in reference to love group number 1, you may be healing some separation wounds at this time. You may have gone into separation this spring or last spring. And these messages are going to be in relation to that, of course. And maybe you'll end separation by next spring. I doubt it. I'm really getting it's more last spring you may have gone into separation, or this spring you may have gone into separation, or you're healing separation wounds at this time. So in the 5D, what is it that group number 1 is going through? A shift, a breakthrough that is leading to change. And this is the Tower, and this is the Wheel of Fortune, right? So at this time in the 5D, you are shifting. Your energy is shifting. Your spirit is shifting. You are changing. You are evolving, and you're moving forward through this, the healing of these separation wounds, or in this separation, right? And in the 3D, this is a 6 of Swords, and in this deck, it is the moving on. But the 6 of Swords can also be moving on from turbulent times to, less turbulent waters, right? Clearer waters, more stable waters. And for the after tarot, we got, the 6 of Cups. So if you chose number 1, this could be a past life connection because the separation came up. It could be twin flame. It could be, and because it's the after tarot, you could be reconciling soon in the future. There is a possibility for you with that. This could be a childhood love. This could be a past life love. And what the cards are trying to tell you here is that there is a shift. There is a breakthrough going on in the 5D. You are doing your work. You are connecting to your higher self. They may be awakening, connecting to their higher selves, and there is change afoot. Okay, so really, really positive so far. I'm really liking this. You're moving on from turbulent waters to, embodying oneness, embodying peace, which is important. And that's what separation is for anyways. We go into separation because there's still things left to be healed, right? So group number 1, what are our messages here? Our oracle messages. We got uncovering treasure. Beneath the surface lies great bounty. So if you resonate with dragons, they may be of service to you at this time. And because this card came out, I'm going to pull a dragon card for you, group number 1. Group number 1, dragon. Which dragons are assisting group number 1? And we got Source Dragon, attuned to the infinite. Be still, in the silence magic can happen. Be in the moment, right? And then it said Golden Orange Dragon, expands your light for ascension. Be a peaceful warrior, help those in need, remember your magnificence, right? So what I'm getting is in separation, in this love message, there has been a shift. You're attuning to the infinite, to your higher selves. You're going within. You're doing the work, which is why in the 5D there is a breakthrough and there's change coming. Big change, Wheel of Fortune change. And this is helping you uncover treasure. The dragons are here to help you uncover treasure and realize that in this separation you have learned something that will benefit you and is attuning you to the infinite, right? And then we also got here, hold on, because I see another dragon card here that flipped over. It was transmutes through the power of divine love. Open up to transcendent love and enlightenment. Purity of heart brings peace, hope, and joy. So if you're purging if you've purged recently, again, it's because in that 5D, there has been a breakthrough, there has been a shift, and there's change coming. Transmute these feelings with the power of divine love. You know, you have the power to transcend this through enlightenment. And that's what's occurring with you. So very good vibes, group number 1. I'm feeling good when I'm reading this to you. You got the rose quartz, so you're working on self-love. You're working on yourselves. I'm really liking the energy with you guys. Wow, you are limitless. Recognize this truth, and you can do anything you choose to do. Yeah, so remember that. And look at the swans. Wow, I never noticed that in this card. And there's like a woman here and a horse and the unicorn, the peacock. So many different elements here, right? And so this is just a reminder that you are limitless, and you can encompass many different things, that union is possible for you. Swans are a symbol for a lot of twins, right? So, you know, through the separation, you have grown, you have realized that you are limitless. 4 is a very stable number. And feeling really good, group number 1. And so for the surrender card, it says surrender to the magic of who you are. So similar to you are limitless, right? And again, another horse here. You see the horse there in the corner? Yeah, so we all have magic in us, even in the mundane aspects of life. Remember that you are a magical being with a uniqueness and worth that comes from just being you, right? Yeah, I really feel like group number 1, you guys are really like, you're empowered. You've gone through some difficult times, but you're now surrounded by the angels and dragons and your higher self. You're connected to it, or you're connecting to it, and you know, you are ascending, right? You're attuning to source. And for the angel card, you got hello from heaven. Archangel Azrael, your loved ones in heaven are doing fine. Let go of worries and feel their loving blessings. So just a confirmation, if you've been missing any loved ones, if you've been connecting with them with your new connection to source and your higher self, just know that they're saying hello. Hello from heaven. You are guided. You are powerful. And they are sending you loving blessings. Okay, group number 1, what a beautiful, beautiful message. I love it. If you don't have if you are not in high vibration and you pick number 1, this is still for you. Heed to these messages. Buy some rose quartz. Start embodying unconditional love, because this is possible for you. So many union signs there, and just beautiful messages all together, right? And of course, union within happens first, and then union without, right? So group number 2, let me write down the chime. You got the fairy stone, fairy goddess stone. So let's see what the message is for you. This is the fairy stone. This one came out upside down, but I don't really read reversals unless I'm guided to. Okay. And so I'm going to read the tarot first. Well, actually, let's start with the Mystic Moon Oracle, and then the tarot will specify, right? So you got signs and self-worth, and you picked the goddess stone, the fairy stone. So again, just remember that you are worthy, you are love, and that you are getting signs that this person, you see them in surrender there with their hands up. And just remember that you are worthy, and you're getting signs in the physical about the message that we're going to bring forth here today, okay? In regards to love, because this is a love pick a card, right? And so for the 5D, you receive the 9 of Wands and the slowing down card, which I believe it's the Page of Pentacles, but you know, it's different in the Osho Zen Tarot. And what this means is that you have been maybe spiritually exhausting yourself, you know, and it is time to put down those wands. You're reaching the end of this cycle and slow down. Look at it kind of looks like a rainbow here, the water, right? And the turtle might be a sign for you. This is a sign, because you got that in the Mystic Moon, to remember to take care of yourself. You know, that you should be your priority, number 1, and from there, from your filled cup, you can give your cup away, but you can't do that if the cup is empty, right? So what's happening in the 5D is that you're tired and you need to slow down, okay? Or, you know, what's happening in the 5D is that you're exhausted and it's forcing you to slow down in the physical. And you got the 4 of Cups, discontent and boredom in the 3D, and triumph as well. And what this is saying, and with the after tarot, you got the Hierophant. So this is spiritual. This is part of your spiritual awakening, group number 2. This is a love pick a card, but a lot came here there's a lot here regarding your spiritual awareness and stepping into the higher and releasing your burdens and really clearing your energy, because you have some discontent and boredom as it relates to love. But if you put down those burdens and slow down, then what will come forward, and you can be a Cancer as well, is triumph and movement forward in your spirituality, right? And as within, so without. So when you become whole inside, what you attract on the outside is also wholeness, right? It's a whole person. So remember too that you are worthy. I am worthy. Good affirmation. Time to relax. So we got, as a surrender card, surrender to effortlessness. Stop pushing so hard. The art of living means going with the flow instead of trying to force the river, right? So if you're forcing anything in love at this time and that has you exhausted in the higher and bored and discontent in the physical, it's time to surrender to effortlessness and and embody self-worth, right? This is your sign from spirit. You need to step into a spiritual, or if you're exerting yourself in the spiritual, like being, doing too much, it's time to surrender to effortlessness and relax and go within and slow down, right? And then for the journey of love card, you got love is all around you. There is love everywhere all the time. Simply acknowledge this truth. So if any love relationship has you discontent and bored in the 3D and exhausted spiritually on a soul level, just realize that there is love all around you. Focusing on any one thing is not going to help. You can't force anything in the physical. This is a time to embrace the love that is around you at this time and surrender to it, to divine love, right? And then again, this is the voyage of the heart. Love flows through and to you, as within, so without, right? If you want to bring in a love that is stable and is not exhausting and is not causing you discontent and boredom, then you need to realize that you need to embody that within, right? Group number 2. And then comfort, Archangel Azrael. I am with you in your time of need, helping your heart to heal. So in this time of healing, because you may be tired from doing the work in some spiritual connection, the angels, your higher self is telling you to slow down. Call on Archangel Azrael. She's with you in your time of need, helping your heart to heal, right? So group number 2, I hope that this resonated with you. The fairy stone is all about new beginnings. So it is a time to let go of your burdens, go within, but slow down. Don't pressure yourself. You cannot force anything. You're kind of discontent and boredom because of the lack of movement forward, or it's just not happening for you in the 3D, and this may have you discontent and bored. But it really boils down to you realizing, this is a sign from spirit, that in regards to love, you need to embody self-worth. You need to embody unconditional love, right? And this is a spiritual journey, a journey of love. Surrender to effortlessness. Group number 2, you got this, but you got to relax. You can't force anything. You're tiring yourself out on a soul level, or you feel tired on a soul level, and you have to surrender, okay? So group number 3, you picked citrine. Let's see what love message we have for you. And I already see the Hierophant already. Or the After Tarot. No, not the After Tarot, I'm sorry. The second Tarot. Nice. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Yeah. Yeah, guys, in the 3D, a lot of us are going through these intense emotions, and I'm seeing it here for sure. So for the 5D, you got suppression, which is the 10 of Wands, and intensity. So what I'm getting with this is, and this is the Knight of Wands, which is, movement forward, passionate movement forward, and the 10. What I'm getting here in reference to love, you're at the end of a cycle here. You really can't, it's time to put down the burdens, right? Kind of like the same with the 9 of Wands, even though it's more like a wounded warrior, right? You're suppressing here, you're being held down, and there's a need to let go here and move forward with intensity, with things that light your heart on fire. So if in love you're feeling suppressed, your higher self is telling you, in the 5D, it's telling you that it's time to break free from this. And you are at the end of the cycle, you will be breaking free and moving forward rapidly, right? And in the 3D, you received emotional withdrawal and the Hierophant. So what this is, that, you're moving on from this suppression energy, right? As above, so below. And because you feel so suppressed in the 5D and so tired and, with so many burdens, and you're at the end of this, you're emotionally withdrawing from things in the 3D and going within. And you need to go within, right? And that's necessary. You need to go within. And let go of these burdens so that you can move forward, right, in a more positive light. Embrace your emotions, let it go, and move on as in regards to love, right? And this doesn't mean necessarily let go in the physical of any person if that's not what you're called to do. Only you would know, right? But it's telling you to move on from these heavy burdens and just release, surrender, and connect to the higher, right? Connect to the higher, because this is a spiritual journey, group number 3. And then for the after tarot, you got the Sun. So after you do this, after you let go of these burdens that are suppressing you on a spiritual level, right? You will see the Sun. You will be birthing a new reality. You will be manifesting, citrine, what you've asked, right? And you do so with passion. You have the power to do that, and with wisdom, right? And for the Mystic Moon Oracle, you got recognition and victim. So maybe that suppression card has to do with some victim consciousness. Some recognition that this soul connection has brought up some victim consciousness feelings from the past, maybe from your childhood, maybe from being abandoned as a child, or feelings of abandonment wounds as a child, and you recognizing through this connection that you're holding on to things that are no longer serving you from your childhood or from your past, and that it's time to let go because all they're doing is suppressing you, right? And this is the 5D card, right? And it's manifesting on the 3D as emotional withdrawal, and it's part of your spiritual shift that is needed, right? So that you can thrust forward, surrender without anything holding you back out of these shackles and victim mentality, and into the Sun and happier times, right? So group number 3, whoever picked number 3, this is a spiritual connection. Yes, this spiritual connection, this recognition of these wounds that you need to heal that are preventing you from having the love that you want. Just know that this is a spiritual connection. This relationship has a connection that goes beyond this lifetime. It's serving you a purpose. You guys made a contract to come here and go through these things and reveal to each other these wounds that have been holding you down on a soul level, so that you can reach that Sun card, right? Whether that be with this person or with someone more aligned, or a life partner. I mean, it could be both, right? It could be a spiritual connection that will come into union in this life, or a spiritual connection that is revealing to you wounds that need to be healed to get to a life partner, right? And we have surrender, denial. So accept people and situations exactly as they are without denying the difficulties. Then you can see things clearly and make the best decisions. You see the person here is like blindfolded, and it kind of reminds me of that 10 of Wands card, the suppression. Don't be in denial, or the victim card, to your own victim consciousness antics, right? It's a time to take the blindfolds off and realize that this person is reflecting to you something that needs to be healed at this time. And then we got compassion, Archangel Zachiel. Soften your heart with respect to the situation and all the people involved, including yourself. Yeah, have compassion. Again, this is a soul contract. You've come to play this out in the physical, spiritual connection, to embody the higher love, to let go of any past life or things holding you down at a greater extent, like the victim consciousness that you may have gone through as a child, or maybe going through now. Have compassion for them. They're only reflecting this to make you better. So don't hold them, don't be caught up in judgment. Have compassion towards yourself and the other person that you are choosing group number 3 for, right? And then you got miracles. Expect the wondrous to emerge, right? Surrender, denial, let go of all those wands, recognize that this person is reflecting to you something that needs to be healed, that this is a spiritual connection, that the Sun is coming in the after tarot, so it's in the, that was the near future card, expect the wonders to emerge, you know, whether it be with this person or someone else or with yourself, right? Surrender, heal. You know, you've set some intentions regarding this relationship and they are manifesting in miraculous ways. But in order to do that, you need to take the blindfolds off and surrender. Have compassion for everyone involved. Let go of the victim mentality. Realize how these wounds are serving you in order to embody unconditional love in the physical. And let go of the things holding you down, right? So that you can move forward with intensity, right? You are a powerful manifester. Okay, so group number 3, you know, a little intense the message here, but in the end there are miracles, and the Sun card, which is beautiful, which means that you're going to do the work, which means that you're going to progress forward, that this connection is serving you. I hope that the message served you and that it helps you pinpoint what there is to be healed here, and how you will be moving forward and give you hope with that Sun card, right? So guys, I hope you enjoyed this pick a card. I'll see you soon. Lightwork2332 on Instagram if you want to follow me. If you want a personal reading, lightwork023332@gmail.com. See what you're aligning to and how to move forward. Remember to be in that high priestess energy, connect to the higher. Your 10 of Cups, guys, is here. It's coming down, but in order to do that, you need to do the work in the 3G, right? So much love to you all, sending you love and light on this beautiful 333 Saturday, and talk to you soon.